you know that ain't my only bitch. Brought her to.
Bro, what is going on? The COVID crash, 1.2 billion in liquidations. FTX crash, 1.6 in liquidations. Today, 1.9 billion in liquidations. We said we weren't going to feel the ramifications of that flash crash. Weeks later, according to history, if we're going to go anything by it, apparently 6 to 8 weeks is like the typical drain. At this point, we're at like 6, so that would indicate potentially about 2 more weeks of downward pressure. This is either it. This is either they're going for Michael Saylor or they're not. I mean, I've definitely watched Zach Rector here and there, but he really does. He always makes these super, super ambitious claims, dude. I think he's been wrong like every single time. Like, nothing against Zach, dude, but it's just like he's one of those guys who draws like rectangles on the chart and shit, and it's just like, I don't know, none of that really works. I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm closed-minded. Maybe I'm a doofus moron, but when you're wrong 97.7% of the time drawing rectangles. I'm not even saying him. I'm just saying people in general, I guess. This guy goes, one of the dumbest fallacies is people thinking their coin is going to win if only Bitcoin dies. Like Zek, people fudding Bitcoin over quantum. It's precisely the opposite. If Bitcoin dies, no one will ever trust internet money ever again. All coins ride on Bitcoin's coattails. I mean, you can debate that. You could debate that all day long. Like, obviously, because it's the largest in market cap and everything, but I don't know, you just saying like, oh, if it dies, people will never trust internet money again. I mean, I don't know about that. I like get what you're trying to say, but I don't know about that, dude. I feel like the whole fucking point is yet again, like those with the prototypes, extract the money, the wealth transfer, the rich get richer because they know the plan all along. I don't know. This is just me spitballing here, you know. They're ahead of the better technologies, Solana and XRP, so I think it's time. I don't know. You know, maybe they keep juicing Bitcoin to the gills because we got people like Howard Lutnick and shit saying, oh, I'm just going to keep buying. Could be telling you one thing and doing another. And everyone's pointing to like, all these. I like that Dan Pena argument where he goes, oh, but all the rich guys are accumulating. And he goes, no. All the rich guys are accumulating. How much are they allocating? And the guy's like, oh, 1%. Yeah. It's everyone, all the rich people FOMO. Just throw some money in it because I don't know. Because in the event it does go to $1 trillion. In the event, that's what a lot of that is. But then people say, no, but it's a start. Yeah, you're right. In that sense, it's a start to get people kind of accustomed to just how the whole shebang works, internet money, just get them involved, you know? But then when the better opportunity comes, this is just my mind here, like the improved technologies where you can really see the marketing is like now getting out there when you got people in their fucking retirements account and they're like talking about how to allocate to XRP. Now they got the product for XRP. Oh, there's this company, I mean not company, but this blockchain, and like this company's doing really good things with it, and it's institutions and enterprise and all. That's gonna be like, oh, and it's top 3. It's top 3, it was top 2 for a while. Yeah, throw it in my portfolio. It's the marketing. We got the product out there, the ETFs. Now it's about they got to market that bitch, and this is where it starts. I know. Like everyone moves the goalpost in this industry, but it's like we're witnessing it happening literally in real time. It depends how long you've been tapped in. That's what's so exciting about it. Yeah, and then he goes, yeah, some kind of decoupling. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This Zach definitely has a very high interest in like some other ones of really pushing like the potential craziness of XRP, but you know, I try to stay a lot more realistic. Doesn't mean, he could prove us wrong, and I hope he proves us wrong. I hope we get proved wrong, but I think it's gonna take longer than people think. But that's just me. Who knows? The Japanese government may torpedo the U.S. economy. It claims it will fund its hedge stimulus package without increasing JGB issuance. Perhaps the plan is to sell U.S. treasuries to pay for it. That will send U.S. bond yields higher and the dollar lower, worsening stagflation. Seems like it's all part of the plan. And then this guy, we reacted to this guy before on the channel. I forget which video, but he's like a Bitcoin max. I don't even know if he's a Bitcoin max, but he's just like, he knows it all, you know. He goes, in response to all the lists of the XRP ETFs, and then he goes, only ones that matter are BlackRock and Fidelity. Everything else is pointless. What a fucking statement. Like, I get what he's getting at because his argument has kind of been like, oh, the only ones that push real volume are the big guys. And you're like, yeah, you're right. But having having the ability and the access spread like this and having the touch points kind of be everywhere, yeah, you'd want your product distributed. At least the potential to buy your product. It's all about fucking distribution. It's a start. You don't think the Fidelity and BlackRock are eventually coming? Really? I don't know. I find that hard to believe that they, yet again, I don't know. I just cannot see them fucking sitting around with this top 3, top 4 coin. The Fidelity just did Solana. You don't think an XRP is coming eventually? Really? Same thing with BlackRock. You don't think a fucking basket ETF from BlackRock of the digital assets is eventually coming? Really? This is going to be the baskets. Those are coming, people. I mean, what the fuck? Everyone's acting like this is the fucking 9th inning. Bitch, the first person just stepped up to bat. Oh, here we go with this. Paul Krugman. There is no legitimate use case for Bitcoin. It's a cult. This is the same guy who once predicted the internet's impact on the economy would be no greater than the fax machine. Wait, whoa. Let me hear this.
There is essentially no legitimate use for crypto, and nobody's using it.
Well, I think you mean Bitcoin.
For anything legitimate. Fewer than 2% of Americans have ever made a payment in crypto. It's purely a speculative asset or a vehicle for crime. It's used for money laundering and extortion and blackmail.
It was.
Blackmail.
Well, if you want to blackmail somebody, you want to be able to, have a difficult to trace payment. You demand that you be paid in Bitcoin.
But for real, you mean like organized crime?
Oh,
so you're
sure.
saying like ISIS and
actually North Korea has done a lot of
Yeah.
made extensive use of Bitcoin to extract to steal money.
So you're saying Al Qaeda and Venezuelan gangs are just in their crypto wallets exchanging BTC?
Well, actually, they're mostly using Tether. They're mostly using stable coins these days. But yeah,
There you go.
But no, I know a consulting firm that
There you
had
go.
their computers ransomware,
There you go. Why have they never had an audit?
and
Why are they
paid,
offshore?
and the payment wasn't BTC. So it's the most amazing thing. You can not find any. I've been in many meetings where we actually, me and my friends, my economist friends, as sympathetically as possible, explain to us what legitimate function does this stuff serve, and have never gotten an answer.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's so bad, why will the comments of this video be filled with people screaming at us, calling us idiots?
Oh, because it's a cult. And the fact of the matter is the price has gone up, so people who bought in early feel very smart. And
Yeah.
but there's my line about crypto is that it's technobabble plus libertarian derp, and that's pretty much it still. But people are very passionate about it.
I mean, I don't know. Some of that, there is a use case. As an investment, I can now use Bitcoin as an excuse why no one is getting any Christmas presents this year, and that has value. What the fuck? You can't buy intelligence from a Jim Cramer Jack in the Box. These pretenders still haven't learned the one lesson history keeps teaching. In every war that matters, technology wins, and Bitcoin is that technology. No, it's not that technology. It was the introduction to this technology, but that's yet again saying like that fucking video we watched the other day of the first search engine. No one even knows its name. I already forgot its name when we watched that video the other day. It's just, I mean, bro, just because it's first to market does not at all mean it's going to win in the end game. And it seems like we're seeing that now, but they love to do the market psychology of that. But in the end, whatever the end of this game is, I do not see Bitcoin being number one. I can easily be wrong, easily. Bitcoin was designed to be traceable. He's right on the utility, wrong on the trackability. XRP is used for payments and has been completely transparent. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know, people still compare these two. Dude, these fucking institutions and everything coming on board, they can't use Bitcoin. They're not gonna use Bitcoin. It's just pure speculation. That's what's still fucking mind-boggling, how the psychology in this cycle has kept up. You gotta wonder, are they losing foothold? But if they pump it to the gills again, then they can just keep that psychology rolling. It's just fucking
Been wiped out.
Why are you so loud, bitch?
Because while many people are staring at the stock market, some of the biggest opportunities today are happening in hard assets and digital assets. So
Hell
right
yeah.
now, crypto leverage has been wiped out over the last few months, completely washed out, in fact.
Good.
We're at historic lows. And every time leverage resets like this, it creates the conditions for a powerful move higher. I believe that we're setting up for a meaningful crypto rally into the end of the year. I'm
Yeah,
looking
buddy.
at Bitcoin, Ethereum.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ethereum, Ripple, these are the
XRP. I mean, come on.
infrastructure plays. This is where we could see momentum build quickly. Because while many people
That's what it seems like. It is true. Every time we get this max pain, we get max fucking gain, bitch. That's what it seems like. Never financial advice. It's exciting rolling into December. December 1st, Fed's ending QT. Doesn't, yet again, none of this means any of these are going to fucking spark it and we'll legit go into $900 tomorrow. But it's like, which one of those is maybe going to kick back into the market? Or is it purely just going to kind of be on a random day? I don't know. You'd like to think it would want to correlate it politically lining up somehow and then be like, look, because you know Donnie's going to want to take credit for it. Be like, I juiced the economy because of this or this. So maybe the China trade deal, I don't know. That's supposedly soon. We'll see. So this is Brad, Tom Lee, Jeremy Alea. Listen
And
to this.
Bitcoin is the ultimate hard asset.
Oh, really? I love how we started off with that.
Maybe a combination of Bitcoin and gold will save your savings from this pernicious debasement.
Pay attention to this, bro. Yeah, Bitcoin. It's good. It's the only hard asset. Bitcoin, digital asset. Guys, there's a reason they're wording it like that.
That's going on.
Come on. Fucking insane.
Across all the currencies, across all the countries.
Have a global consensus about crypto.
Yeah.
Even in this conversation, and I agree that it still is early, partly because there is not a global consensus about some of these things.
I agree.
And I think some of the use cases, we're still extremely early in terms of scaled use cases. Circle is certainly one example that has started to have a scaled use case around a stablecoin. But I think the crypto industry, I agree, the next 16 years, I think will be better than the last 16 years because you'll finally see applications emerging that up until now have just been the store of value story or speculation.
Okay. I just was told the prince is coming, so we're going to actually have to end this conversation soon. So perhaps to wrap up, I could just go around really quickly. Jeremy, do you have any final words on this topic?
What? Yeah, we ran out of time for that, but we can wrap it up with the rest of the guys who like Bitcoin.
Obviously,
Bitcoin's
we're coming
good.
at it from a very different vantage point. I actually agree with the consensus between the Bitcoin adherents. I think that everything they say is accurate. We also have the need for everyday medium of exchange that can be used at scale, at internet scale. And I think what we've seen happen with dollar digital currencies, with stablecoins, is effectively creating a new internet-based infrastructure for fiat. And fiat will continue, but we're seeing essentially the same technological chains that happen for data, communications, information, software being brought to money. And we're seeing a reconstruction of fiat as on a full reserve basis. So a sound money principle where you can have safe, fully reserved dollars, and you can transact them effectively at internet scale, at internet speed, at virtually no cost. And that is converging, as you noted, with the machine economy, with machine programmed
That's utility.
money. And I think I would share also the view that we're still in the very early stages.
Yeah. That's utility. Circle and Ripple have business being up there. If you're up there just fucking tooting the horn about Bitcoin and shit, come on. I can't take what you say fucking seriously. He mentioned utility. He mentioned utility. He mentioned utility. Killed the conversation. Killed something. Oh, we just got a thing from the prince. Would you like to? Fucking Tom Lee. You kidding me? What if these people are lizard people. Jim Cramer is apparently flips bearish on Bitcoin. I gotta hear this.
Bitcoin is like at 81, and you're looking at what I regard as being the single worst moment in this decline was the moment between 330 and 430, and then Williams comes on, and then suddenly everything's fine. I don't think so.
You don't think everything's fine?
No, there's a lot of people who have to get out. Let them get out. This is not what suddenly they wave a magic wand. We obviously have real issues. We have issues with the building out the data center unlimited. We have issues with a lot of people, the strategies. Bitcoin is like at 80.
Let me hear this again, because I really try to dissect what he's saying, because he is a puppet.
And you're looking at what I regard as being the single worst moment in this decline was the moment between 330 and 430. And then
Damn, dude. It sucks I can never just listen to him because he really is misleading the public. So I'm always like, what did he just say, right?
Was the moment between...
He thinks that was the worst moment. So then I immediately go, okay, so that probably isn't the worst moment. But his general bearish tone on this tells me that we're close to reversing. But then on the deeper statement,
3:30 and 4:30, and then Williams comes on, and then suddenly everything's fine. I don't think so.
You don't think everything's fine?
No, there's a lot of people who have to get out. Let them get out.
I think there's a lot of people who want to get in.
This is not what suddenly they wave a magic wand. We always have real issues. We have issues with the building out the data center unlimited.
But then why is he tying this in now?
We have issues with a lot of people, the strategies, Bitcoin.
Oh, the AI jitters. Yeah, see his whole now general, like, all the stocks are so bad because, yeah, the S&P went down a bunch too. His general vibe, I'm like, now I think we're about to fucking flip reverse, bitch. If you got this guy parading that around. Yeah, so everyone in this industry, not industry, but everyone in this niche has always, the ISO 222 has been a hotly debated thing. People think that's the flip of the switch, whatever it is. It's the deadline for the messaging standard, the final deadline, I guess, the full switch cutover. The switch hits on November 22. I mean, this is interesting, this final deadline, because after that, the old way ain't going to work anymore. It is interesting. Dude, imagine. Yeah, but they're not going to flip that shit on a Saturday. What? There's no way. So he's saying it's likely that MicroStrategy gets dropped from NASDAQ, leading to billions in outflows. Expect investors to front run this spiral of doom. That's what I mean. Like, once it hits that escape velocity moment, it gets too bad. Once the fire hits that point, there's no way. The firefighters can't even save it anymore. Oh my God, I just hit my chair. Guys, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications to help the YouTube video and the channel. Support and join the group, The Minutemen, over on Patreon. Linked in the description. Exclusive videos every week, multiple. And it helps fund the channel to do daily videos. And that's it. I appreciate you. I will see you in the next one.